some trouble. That's not how I planned it, but that's how it turned out. And I had to take it all on single-handed. Well, let me tell you what I'm really talking about. Check this out. I was walking by the park and I seen two people mating. Waiting, I stopped and watched and momentarily observed. Now one in them, he see me like a pervert. I stepped off of the curb and into the intersection. Then a car swerved in my direction. Almost hit this pedestrian. He stared as he steered in his beat-up Cavalier. Then he veered to the right and splashed water on my gear. I grabbed what was near like an empty bottle of beer and I threw it and busted out his window in the rear. He threw his car in gear, now he's running over here. I had no fear, I was still smiling ear to ear. I thought he had a heater, but he only had his dupes. I guess we got to chunk him, let's take it back to the roots. But damn, that fool tried to test me. Swung and didn't know I was a lefty, fighting southpaw. I hit him in his mouth and in his jaw. The concrete was all the niggas saw. Then I stood above him, I put my Nike boot in his face and told him I didn't love him. Then I walked away and I watched the smoker jump into his hoopty. Dealing with the whoop-de-woo, you're bound to get caught up. Over the weekend I got into some trouble. That's not how I planned it, but that's how it turned out. And I had to take it all on single-handed. Well, let me tell you what I'm really talking about. Now check this out. It was Saturday and I had some studio time. I know it's booty to find, but yo, I'd rather make a record. Check it, I start my morning off with a bowl of weeds, a bowl of Killer Chronic and a couple of beats. Well, now I'm lit, you know this kid, my mind is playing tricks on me. Came out the crib and I see some fools who had their eyes fixed on me. But this was not no average G, this was a MC. Said he had a bounty at the battle and served me. He brought his girl, he brought his crew, and plus he brought his rappers, but he was whack. And his crew barely had his back. So I put them all in check and I proceeded to attack. If your girl's out of place, it's your girl I slap. So she did and I did, and it turned into a tussle. A nigga like me ain't got that much muscle, but I still can box. Enough to get him up off of me and shoot right down the block. I hit a couple of corners and said, fuck this rapping shit. Getting the scraps and shit because I'm a heavyweight. I might as well go to studio and put this all on tape. I should've went with my first plan, but still ended up fucked. Dealing with the whoop-de-woo, you're bound to get caught up. Over the weekend I got into some trouble. That's not how I planned it, but that's how it turned out. And I had to take it all on single-handed. Well, let me tell you what I'm really talking about. Now check this out. And I had to take it all on single-handed. Well, let me tell you what I'm really talking about. Now check this out. Riding on the back of a baboon under a summer's moon, ran into a raccoon doing shrooms under a mulberry bush. She gave me some directions to interpret. Told me they needed protection from the serpent and hyenas cause they laughed a lot. Told me they was giggling little wusses who never came out the bushes. Always push his buttons cause he wasn't one of their own. I didn't know whether to believe him or leave him alone. So I flipped the stone. Heads I bring his ass along and tails I leave his ass ahead for home. But when I spoke, the baboon had broke. When he got in the wind, the raccoon was stoked and he croaked. Now I got shrooms and a dead raccoon. Well, where you going now, nigga? I'm on my way to the moon. Then I ran into an ET dressed like a B-boy. I took my spacesuit jacket off and kicked his asteroid cause he sucked. And dealing with the whoop-de-woo, you're bound to get caught up. I got into some trouble. That's not how I planned it, but that's how it turned out. And I had to take it all on single-handed. Well, let me tell you what I'm really talking about. Now check this out. I got into some trouble. That's not how I planned it, but that's how it turned out. And I had to take it all on single-handed. Well, let me tell you what I'm really talking about. Now check this out.